Hey guys, welcome to Cooking with Sabina. This is actually my first ever cooking video on YouTube. And today we're going to be making one of my absolute favorites, which is a beef stew. I feel like it's so comforting, so cozy, perfect for the Halloween time. While I'm cooking, I am going to be answering some of your questions. So get comfortable, grab yourself a cup of tea, some snacks. So let's start. Get a wet little tissue, whatever, and put your chopping board on there so it doesn't slide while you're cutting things. I feel like we need to start by prepping all the veggies because this bit I enjoy the least. This is always the worst bit for me of cutting an onion. Sometimes when I'm really lazy, I just take this whole layer off. I'm gonna quickly sharpen my knife. Loads of you guys have told me if I have a sharper knife, then it's not supposed to make me cry while cutting an onion. And that's because instead of crushing the onion, you're actually just cutting through it. So less of the juices are released. So I'm gonna try that and see if it actually works, guys. Oh, that just glides through so easily. So easy way to cut my onions. I just slice through. Oh guys, so much easier doing it with a sharpened knife. Be careful when you're doing this because obviously you want to go all the way to the back, but not to the point where you're almost cutting yourself. And then I just slice through. Look at how satisfying this is going to be, guys. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, while I'm doing this, I think it's time to answer some of your guys' questions. Somebody's asked, how does it feel being in a relationship that's sometimes in the public eye? Most of the time, I would say literally 8 times out of 10, it's very natural content because it's, you know, we're out for dinner and I'm like, oh, should I vlog this? Oh, should I make a video? Or I'm making dinner tonight, let me just record it and get your reaction, which is actually how I started doing the whole TikTok thing. Yeah, it's just been like really, really wholesome overall. Actually, a thing that we both have been struggling with, especially this week, because we've just been so busy, which we are very fortunate to be, it's really, really hard to switch off and kind of know when enough is enough. Okay, not everything needs to be content and it's time to relax. Otherwise, you just see yourself burning out a little bit. I'm going on holiday tomorrow, so I'm really excited just to relax and excited to switch off a little bit. We also have a lot of times where, you know, where we do go out or we do really fun stuff and we don't record it because we don't like to expose everything of our relationship. Obviously, it's the most sacred thing to me, so it's very important to keep a sense of privacy there for us as well. Next question, what is your favorite thing to cook? So my favorite thing to cook would be a roast dinner. Not my favorite thing to clean, and I'll tell you why. I feel like when I make a roast dinner and I'm not lazy about it, it's actually so rewarding, like sitting down, putting on a movie, and just having such a cozy, beautiful meal that, you know, I've worked really hard putting together. Because it's such a feast at the end, I feel like it's so rewarding. I actually cured Josh's phobia of roast dinners. He actually caught food poisoning when he had a roast dinner like years ago, and that really put him off. So I've managed to get him over his phobia. I have to really finely dice this because of Joshua. But I feel like when you finely dice them, they kind of just melt into the pan anyway. I feel like 1 white onion is enough for this, so I'm gonna leave the red. Okay, that's the onion done. I'll set that aside. The next question is, what is one makeup product you can't live without? And I'm gonna have to say, oh, this is really hard because I'm such a makeup girl. Like, I love makeup in general. Wherever I go, I just know I've got a whole stash of makeup in my bag or in my pockets. See, I would say it'd be something hydrating like a lip balm, but that's not really makeup as much. Probably a lip liner. I feel like when I add a bit of lip liner here, it makes all the difference. It really does. I also love a bit of contour, just because it really elevates the face to another level. I've always been a contour girly through and through. If I had to narrow it down to one, it would be a lip liner. What is my favorite perfume? So I am just gonna have to say the one that I grew up wearing, and the one, well, I say grew up wearing, but it's the one that I used to wear in secondary school. I feel like I associate perfumes with memories all the time, and La Vie Belle by Lancome holds the best memories for me, just because I feel like I started wearing it in my late teens, you know, even throughout my early 20s till now. I love it. I did say I wanted to wear it on my wedding day, but then again, I'm like, because it holds so many memories, maybe I should try and get like a whole new scent so I can associate that scent with just my wedding day. Next question is, I need a really good foundation for dry skin that has good coverage. Okay, so I use the Kylie Jenner Skin Tint all of the time. I think it's my go-to. I feel like it sits really nicely, so it's not heavy and cakey, but it still has all of the coverage that you want. I feel like you can also build on it as well, so you can keep applying it to kind of achieve the coverage that you want. It glides on and sits on your skin so nicely. I feel like it doesn't dry me out, it doesn't separate. So yeah, my go-to right now has to be the Kylie Jenner Skin Tint. Next question is, what is your favorite part about living in London? I feel like there's so many exciting things about living in London. I can't pinpoint it to just one thing. Okay, I'll narrow it down to 3 things. So, I love the fact that a lot of my friends do actually live in London. So I love being so, you know, easily connected with them, be able to do so many last minute plans. You know, it's nice to have people close by, especially when you want to go do something last minute, you know, so it's not like a really big task. It's also really close to my home area, which is Reading. So it's easy for me to go see my family or, you know, just to go visit back home because I do have some of my closest friends who still live in Reading. This actually leads on to my other reason. I love how you can just get anywhere with public transport. It's like nothing is out of reach. If you want to go to the other side of London, you can do it. You could do it with bus, you could do it with train, you could do it. So I love how easily accessible you are to get around London. And another thing, I feel like there's always things going on around here, whether it be events or just like if you want to make a last minute plan and go to a really, really nice restaurant. It's not like you have only, you know, like 5 amazing ones in the area. You've got a big choice. So it's good for last minute people like me if you want to make plans. This carrot is looking juicy. You guys, I just realized I need to cut the carrots into bigger chunks because Josh doesn't like having carrots in his food, and when I cut them big, it's easy for me to pick out. So I'm gonna leave this aside for my salad instead. It's just some of the compromise you do in a relationship, guys. If you and everybody in your household like veggies, that is how you can cut your carrot. I think I'm just gonna do them like this, just into big chunks. See, with the onions, Josh has actually managed to adapt to them when I chop them really finely, but with carrots and celery and things like that, there's no way I would ever hear the end of it, so. Right. Carrot, done. Got some celery. I am gonna do, should I do 2 or 3 bits of celery? I think I'll do 2. Next question is, are you planning to stay in London or move somewhere else? Okay, so for the time being, there's no rush for us to move outside of London. Josh's work is based here. All of our friends right now who are working in the same circle as us are based here. Or like all of our events, everything that we go to, a lot of opportunities right now is in London. So it does make the most sense for us to stay here right now. However, in the next couple of years to come, when we, you know, settle down and want to start our family together, we will be moving outskirts just because, you know, you get a lot more for your money. And I want my kids to have a nice back garden where they can get dirty and muddy and have like a big swing set. And I feel like that's very hard to do in London because things are pricey. So expensive. So yeah, definitely in the near future, I would say. Celery, done. Still got potatoes to peel. It's okay. Next question, what is one thing you can't live without? In brackets, significant others, pets ruled out. If I take all of my loved ones out of the equation, basically just people out of the equation, and of course my Alfonso. Mum, what would you say I can't live without?
Your mom.
That's very true. I can't say anybody. Like, I can't say a human or Alfonso. Makeup.
Yes.
What are you trying to say? I love makeup. Yeah, I do. I could live without my makeup, but I would not be happy doing it. My mum's giving some wise words.
There is nothing can make you cannot live with, because you are a human being. You have strong will. If any hardship comes, you can adapt yourself, and you can come out of this circumstances or hardship. Yeah, that's it.
Wow. Next question is, Alfonso is such a cute name. How did you decide to name Alfonso Alfonso? I remember the exact moment we came up with Alfonso's name, and so does Josh, funnily enough, because his memory is not that good. This was during the time of when he was doing his 75-day hard. We were going out for one of his 45-minute walks, and on the walk, me and Josh got onto the topic of animals, because we both love dogs. We always have, but we both have never owned one. You know, we were just discussing dog names. We were just throwing out so many random options, and one of them that Josh threw out, I will give him credit, it was Josh, Alfonso. And we both were like, oh my God, he's looking at me right now. Yeah, we both just stopped and we were like, wait, let's put that on our notepad right now. I feel like it came very naturally, and we didn't have to like argue over what we like the best, which is quite nice. I'm hoping we're gonna have the same thing when we have children. Just really nice and easy, and like a aha moment, you know? Take my hand and we'll see. Oh, I can't wait for the new Wicked movie to come out. She's done with all the chopping. The yapping definitely does not do me any favors, does it? Seasonings for the meat. I am going to do 2 teaspoons of plain British flour. That's 1, 2. I was like, why is the flour going everywhere? And it's because there's a hole literally right here. Right, next up we're going to use around a teaspoon of garlic powder. I like to just eyeball this, honestly. So when I say a teaspoon, I probably am a bit generous. Teaspoon of paprika. Probably like half a teaspoon of aromat. A teaspoon of dried oregano. This smells unreal, and it's so good on a cheese toastie. Growing up, my mum always used to put dried oregano in a cheese toastie, and ever since then, I can't have a cheese toastie without it. I've got some pepper here. You could use white, or you can use just normal black pepper. And because we like a bit of a kick in this household, I am gonna do around half of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. And that right here is my seasoning mix. I may also add a little sprinkle of salt. Mix that all together. So, got my meat here, and I'm just going to smother it in all of that delicious seasoning that we've got, because this is what's really going to give the meat that flavor. So, really beautifully, just coat it all. It's like you're bathing it, but just in heaps of seasoning. Okay, this is exactly what you want, a giant pot ready to put all of the goodness inside. First, you want to start off by adding some oil to your pan. I'm using avocado oil. This has actually got a really high smoke point. Actually great for searing, and it doesn't burn as quickly as olive oil. It's steaming up in here. Ready to put the beef in. You hear that sizzle? Oh yeah. Don't want to move it around too much. You really want it to sit and get that nice crust around the outside, because that's what's really going to internalize all of the beautiful flavors that you've added with the seasoning. Now it's time to rotate. You see that? It's getting a nice crusty golden sear. Next question, do you have any advice for teenage girls, or any advice you would tell your teenage self? So I really would say it's just to believe in yourself more, and if you really enjoy doing something, just go for it and explore avenues how you can become even better at what you really enjoy doing. I would also tell myself to listen more in science class, because I feel like I would find science so interesting now if I was to do it again. It's just really cool life hacks that you can have. I'd also say at my GCSE, take subjects that you actually enjoy doing. Because I always loved food tech as well, even though we had a really, really scary teacher. She was scary. I really enjoyed it. My mum probably not so much, because I would come to her the night before and be like, Mum, I need ingredients. And she's running to Tesco to go grab me the last minute stuff so I don't get screamed at by the scary teacher. Just believe in yourself and do the things that you want to do. And really just put your head down at school, like have fun, do all of them things, but also listen, take notes, be kind. Okay, so the beef is done now. It's seared off on all sides. So I'm just going to set that aside. All of the residue of the meat here at the bottom is the good stuff. This is what's going to add all of the flavor. Okay, so now I'm going to add a bit more of that avocado oil because the meat would have absorbed a lot of that. It's time to throw in my veggies. Here goes the onions. All you need to do for a house to smell great is to just cook some onion and garlic, and the whole house will just smell like delicious home cooking. Next up, I'm gonna throw in the carrots and the celery. I'm going to add in around a teaspoon of this very lazy garlic. Did I say a teaspoon? Because I've just added 3. We want to give that all a nice mix. Yeah, and it's just the veggies.
I can smell the meat as well.
Oh yeah, and the meat. I'm going to add around a tablespoon of tomato paste, and this just really gives it that nice richness and body to your beef stew. Always cook this for at least a minute so it doesn't taste raw before you add all of your liquids to it. I am going to add some beef stock, and this is what's really going to give it that nice base. Beautiful. Let's fill this up with water, and I'm going to pour in 1, 2, and 3. So this is around 2 liters of soup just in here. And then I also have some beef stock cubes. 2 of these, 1 and 2. A couple of drops of Worcestershire sauce. Smelling so good. You don't have to add red wine, it still tastes great without it, but I like to add a generous splash because I feel like it just adds more depth to the stew. It really brings out that rich flavor. We got this red wine when we were in South Africa. I can add the meat back in. It looks amazing. I also have some fresh herbs. Just add some thyme on top, some rosemary, and some sage. This smells so good already, honestly, guys. I wish you could smell it right now through your screens. I just love that I'll be able to leave this for another 6 hours and then come back to it, and it's just gonna taste delicious. I'm also going to add in a couple of bay leaves for extra flavor. The meat in 6 hours is going to be so tender and beautiful. And voila. That's the finished product, guys. Now it's time to add the potatoes into the lovely stew. I have some very exciting news. It is now 6 hours later. Should we have a look? Of course we'll have a look. Oh, she heavy. Oh my goodness. Smell. Look at how that sauce has thickened up. It's so perfect. The potato, the carrots, the celery, everything is so succulent. The meat, I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. All you're left with here is just flavor. When I'm a grandma, I know that this is going to be the dish that the grandkids are going to be raving about. To go with my beef stew, I have also made some fluffy white basmati rice. This has been cooked with love and just feels so homely and perfect. The beef stew, the meat just falls apart, is exactly what you want. And then I'm going to just garnish it with some fresh parsley, just sprinkled all over. And there she is, the beautiful beef stew. I also like to serve it with a side of garlic bread so you can really absorb some of that lovely sauce. Should we do a taste test together? Everything falls apart. Wow. Look at that bite. Oh my gosh. I mean, since we have a bottle of wine left over, it'd be rude not to. This is the most perfect autumn cozy meal that you can make. Yeah, I think this is where I'll wrap things up now. Cooking for the first time on YouTube. This has been so much fun. Maybe we could make this into a series and feature some special guests. Do let me know in the comments below if that is something that you guys would be interested in watching. But yeah, please like and subscribe because, you know, I'm new around here. I hope you guys enjoyed and thank you so much for watching. Until next time,